Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network and iHeartRadio. Welcome to Hunting for Answers, a true crime podcast. I'm your host, Hunter, and today we're highlighting a case that unfolded in Savannah, Georgia. On May 6, 2022, a 15-year-old girl stepped out near her home in Yamacraw Village, one of the nation's oldest public housing communities. That night, gunshots rang out. She was found critically wounded nearby and later succumbed to her injuries. Nearly 4 years later, her case remains unsolved. This is the story of Desaray Gilliard. Desaray Gilliard was born on February 15, 2007 in Savannah, Georgia. Desaray was a student at Groves High School. Local news reports described her as a freshman at the time of her death. Years later, in a 2025 local news interview, her mother said Desaray would have been a senior in high school, had plans for Ohio State University, and had a modeling opportunity in front of her. Investigators told local reporters she was well-liked and often spent time around younger children in the community. By family and investigator accounts, she was a teenager with momentum, structure, and plans. May 6, 2022, around 10 p.m., Desaray stepped outside in the 900 row of Yamacraw Village. Local reporting places the shooting a short distance from her home. Yamacraw Village is one of the oldest public housing communities in the United States, with roots dating back to the early 1940s. As of late 2025, local reporting indicates Yamacraw Village is in the early stages of demolition planning, with some units boarded up and residents raising concerns about relocation and access to other affordable housing options. Police said multiple people were in the area that night. Gunfire erupted. Desaray was shot and collapsed. According to local reporting that cited autopsy findings, she was shot 3 times, in the head, the left arm, and the left shoulder. And investigators believe a 9mm handgun was used. When Desaray did not return home, her mother, Desaray Gilliard, went out to look for her. She found her daughter lying on the ground, critically wounded. In an interview with local news, Desaray said, quote, "At that point, she was still alive, fighting for her life. Nobody told me anything. Nobody came to our apartment. Even if they didn't know me personally, she was just out there bleeding to death." Desaray was transported to a local hospital, but succumbed to her injuries that night. Her death was ruled a homicide. Police and family members have said publicly that although people were in the area, no witness has provided information that has led to the shooter being identified. The Savannah Police Department opened a homicide investigation. Detective Jacob Hildebrand was identified in local coverage as a detective working the case. Police have said witness cooperation has been a major challenge in this investigation. Fear of retaliation is often cited by investigators as a factor in close-knit communities. In a 2024 television interview, Detective Hildebrand said, quote, "What I'll say is there have been people that have been helpful, and there have been people that have not been. Do I believe people in Yamacraw know what happened to Desaray Gilliard? The answer is 1,000% yes." Investigators have confirmed the case remains open. In the weeks after the shooting, Savannah police announced a cash reward for information leading to an arrest. The initial reward was $5,000. A local businessman O.C. Welch, publicly added an additional $10,000 after learning of the case. That brought the total reward to $15,000, according to police. As of the most recent reporting, no arrest has been made in Desaray Gilliard's murder. In the years since her death, her mother has organized memorial events, including birthday tributes and community walks against gun violence. Local reporting shows these gatherings have included vigils, community events, and public remembrance efforts designed to keep Desaray's name in the public conversation. Desaray Gilliard is described in local reporting as an active advocate against gun violence. In television interviews, she has expressed concern about how many young people are being lost to violence in her community, and has said she has often had to initiate contact herself to get answers in her daughter's case. In January 2026, local news reports described a new development in the case. A teenage suspect was charged in connection with a separate Yamakra village murder, the 2023 shooting death of a 17-year-old victim. According to reporting, detectives are also investigating whether that suspect may have information or a possible connection to Desaray Gilliard's killing. As of the most recent reports, that suspect has not been charged in Desaray Gilliard's case. Police have not publicly announced any charges in Desaray's case. The investigation remains active. Nearly 4 years have passed. Although no one has been arrested for Desaray Gilliard's murder, important questions still remain. What exactly happened in those moments outside her home that night? Who fired the shots that took her life? Who witnessed the shooting, and what did they see or hear? And who may have information that could help investigators move this case forward? Our thoughts are with the family and friends of Desaray Gilliard. If you have information related to her case, you can contact Savannah Chatham Crime Stoppers. You can also submit an anonymous tip through p3tips.com. You may also contact the Savannah Police Department Violent Crimes Unit or Homicide Unit directly. Their information is listed in the description below. As we close out this episode, remember that sharing Desaray's story helps keep her case from being forgotten and could increase the chances that someone, somewhere, may come forward with information. For updates on this case and others, follow Hunting for Answers. You can also connect with us through our Facebook group and find us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Reach out to us if there's a case or story you believe deserves attention. Thank you for joining us for another episode. Until next time. Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network. For more podcasts from the Black Effect Podcast Network, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.